Good morning, everybody. So right now it is 20 of 5. I'm still working on editing the videos for the last 2 days, not because I haven't been editing them, but because my software is giving me such issues. So while it is saving to upload, hopefully yesterday's, I'm talking with you. So I am completely and utterly out of creamer. It's official. So this coffee has 1 tablespoon of fat-free half and half in it for 0 points, because while it is not my favorite and I really like my little hint of sweet in the morning, I'm going to get me a coffee from Dunkin' Donuts this morning with my breakfast. Plain and simple. I am dying for a good cup of coffee. I've been out of my creamer since Friday, and I've been drinking my coffee either black or with a little bit of creamer in it with less sugar. And it's okay, but it's not my favorite. It's like going down really rough. So, as you can see, I've showered. I have fed the dogs, let them out twice. I got up at 2:30 this morning. My schedule is really, even on my days off, the same. I'm trying to work with another software. I can't think of the name of it right now. My computer's busy. But it's really difficult for me to learn this new software. I like Movie Maker because it's quick for me. I know how to use it. I know where everything is. I can use the same video file or the same movie files and everything all, at the same time. So it's really easy and convenient for me to use Movie Maker. I'm having a hard time. I've tried like 4 different softwares, other software programs, and I'm having a real hard time finding one I like. I don't like editing on my phone. I just don't get out of it. I can't do the kind of things I like to do with it. But anyway, I'm going to work it out. It's just going to take me some time, so please just have patience. That being said, I need to have some of my own because this software is killing me. Hey y'all. So the videos I took in the truck today were just way too shaky to post, so I'm going to give you a quick recap of the day. Believe me, you'll thank me for the recap as opposed to the original videos. Save you time. So my breakfast today, as planned, was the 10-point medium coffee with cream and sugar from Dunkin' Donuts, and the 5 points for the wake up wrap, turkey sausage and veggie egg white. So it's 15 points for my breakfast. With that, I also had 1 cup of cut up pineapple from the nearby grocery store. The way my morning started, I was just wanted a donut. I didn't want the donut. It wasn't the donut. I wanted something sweet. I go to sweet things and crunchy things when I am stressed. This morning didn't start well. I had left for church, literally got a few yards down the road, realized the rubbish cans are still in the back of the truck from Saturday. So I had to bring them back, otherwise I have to bring them all the way to town and listen to them rattle around. So I made a loop, came back, dropped them off. I got 10 minutes away after leaving again to go get gas for the van. Wow. No, I don't drive my husband's van. I drove my truck. So I went to go get gas for the truck, pulled into the gas station to realize I had no debit card, no license, nothing except for my credit card, which says ask for ID. So it was a good thing that I could use that at the pump. So I only filled 1 tank instead of both of them as planned. Turned around, came back, got my license, got my debit card, left for church again. I went to Dunkin' Donuts, and like I said, I was running behind. It was pouring rain. Right now the sun is shining. It's beautiful. I should have gone for a motorcycle ride, but it was pouring rain all morning. So I couldn't go for my walk. I wasn't late for church. I like to start my morning peacefully. My Sunday morning ritual is My Sundays are my... Oh, I hear the elephants coming. For little dogs, they sure do run loud. If you... They're playing. If you hear them growling, they're just playing, I swear. My husband's out there with them. Sorry. So anyway, my Sundays are my, like, not reset day, but they're my spiritual center. My days that they set my tone for the week. They've set me more focused, and it just wasn't happening this morning, and it didn't get any better after I left church. I've been very, not scatterbrained, but unfocused. I haven't had the ability to focus on anything all day today. Doesn't matter what it is, even during church service, which is very odd. I left and I went to try to return a pair of shoes that were very expensive. I literally wore them, like, from the vehicle across a parking lot to a restaurant, back across a parking lot to my vehicle, and took them off because they hurt my foot. No, let me rephrase that. They killed my feet. I have blisters all over my feet that not only turned into blisters, but the shoes ripped the skin off. I now have band-aids all over my feet from these shoes. Well, they wouldn't let me return them. So all they would do was stretch them, because the bottom of the sole is a black rubber with a gold, like, antiquing. Well, the antiquing wore off. So they can't, in their opinion or whatever, they can't get credit for them. They can't resell them. So they won't take them back. But they'll stretch them for me. Needless to say, I'm not buying any more shoes there. Ever. Ever, ever. This is the first time I have in over 10 years, and I'm never going back. But anyway, all that aside. Excuse me. So I had to go get plants for the garden. It was pouring rain, and all the plants are outside, so I just got drenched. They didn't have all the plants I wanted. The ones they did have didn't look good, so some of them I opted not to get. Some of them I think would recover, so they were fine. They didn't have the seeds that I needed. The seed packets they did have that I needed were just dripping wet, and I didn't want a wet package. I didn't want them germinating before I got them, because sometimes I don't use them all right off. So, it was irritating. So I did cave. I did stress eat for lunch, fully admit it. I ended up having 2 of the KFC chicken strips, and I ordered coleslaw to go with that. Well, I got about 4 or 5 miles away, was trying to eat on the road. I had eaten my chicken, pulled into a parking lot. At my next stop, decided I was going to eat my coleslaw, opened it up, it's mashed potatoes and gravy. They'd put a biscuit in there. They'd put a cookie or a brownie, something in a white bag. I didn't even open it up. I didn't want it. So I did eat the mashed potatoes with gravy, which, I don't know, it says it's like 4 or 5 points. The chicken strips, the 2 chicken tenders I had were, I think, 7 points. I'll put a screenshot here. So it only left me with like 8 points, I think, for dinner. I had a tablespoon and a half-ish of a package of mixed nuts that I had, almonds and cashews that I had. That was 3 points for just that tablespoon and a half. So I marked it as an eighth of a package. It's supposed to be a single serve pack or something like that. Well, I didn't have very darn much out of it, but it was 3 points. So while I was in town getting everything, we ended up sitting in traffic for 10 minutes parked, because there, in the median, there was a pair of geese and their goslings who are not very old. They are just little fuzzy little buggers, but they were trying to cross 4 lanes of traffic to get to the woods and pond on the other side of the road. So we all stopped. Well, I guess I would have proceeded slowly, but we sat there for a good 10-15 minutes. I ran my errands in town in the other direction, and guys, turn away. Promise, I'm giving you time. Fair warning. Alright, if you stayed, it's your fault. So I started my period in the middle of Michael's Art and Craft Store. Ladies, thank goodness I know about when to expect things because I was prepared. Not quite for, you know, being gone so far away from home for quite so long, but I was prepared. That just made the trip, just that shopping trip, really long. So, you know, crap happens, you know? So, and it did. Today just kept going. I left there. I went over to get the puppy some new food. He's having digestive issues. So I went over to get him some new food. On the way back home, ended up stuck in traffic again because there was an accident in the one and only on the one and only road, like, to go home. I was just ready to turn onto the road coming to the islands, and I got stuck in traffic for an accident. Everybody looked okay, you know, at least that I could see without that was outside of the vehicles, but I happened to be the lucky one behind the first responding officer and ambulance. Yeah, so that held us up for another 10 minutes. I did end up having to stop also at a dollar store, Dollar General, and get, you know, just toilet paper and a couple things, but the store was such a mess and it was so busy that it took me forever, and I couldn't wait to get my errands done so I could get home. But I did not end up getting home until about 3:15.